I am Interesting Asia Editor-in-Chief Shane Hollis, and for this edition of Interesting Asia Stays, we are at House Villas and Spa along the northern coast of Koh Samui. This is a boutique hotel that offers, as it says in the name, villa stays. The villas themselves are, some are connected, some are not connected. The most connected will be two sort of side by side, but overall, I want to take a look at this boutique resort for what it offers. Boutique properties, they can vary widely. Some are really good, some are a bit questionable, and you never quite know what you're going to get when you stay at a boutique property. With that in mind, let's see how House Villas and Spas stacks up. Come along with me, and we're going to learn more about this boutique hotel. The property itself is located on the far eastern end of Maenam Beach, and if we're being honest, the beach itself is fairly small. It's probably more seafront than beach per se. Getting to the actual beach though, it isn't that difficult. Maenam Beach proper and Boput Beach are both less than a 5-minute drive away. In these locations, you will also find lots of food and entertainment options at your disposal. The area around House Villas is pretty quiet though. This hotel is situated on a hill and is fairly spread out. At the top, you have the fitness center offering some great views. Accommodations cascade down the hill with restaurant and swimming pool at the bottom. The good news is that you don't have to worry about walking up and down. The hotel provides buggy service that will take you wherever you want to go within the hotel grounds. My wife and I booked a sea view villa on Agoda, which ran us 1,800 baht a night, or a little over $50 nightly, but it didn't include breakfast. Rates can vary quite a bit at House, and this is the lowest price you are likely going to find available. Even the cheapest category of rooms at House Villas are impressive. The spacious bathroom was a highlight for me, but I also like the setup with everything facing towards the sea view, even if the amount of sea you see left something to be desired. The star of House though is the swimming pool, which is large and right by the beach. It's the kind of place you could spend all day at and be happy, although you do have to worry about a bit of sunburn. It is my final night here at House Villas and Spas on Koh Samui, and I wanted to share my final thoughts and some pros and cons with you. As far as pros go, I think the first one has to be the design, and in particular the design of the villas. These are not the biggest, but they have been just really smartly designed, and I think the bathroom in particular, it's a jaw-dropping bathroom. Like even now, I'm just sort of at a loss for words for it. It's really just a truly cool place to spend a night or two in Samui. Secondly, I quite like the grounds themselves. I think it's spread out. There's a little bit of privacy. You're on the beach. You've got the pool. It is big, it is secluded, it is kind of away from some of the other hustle and bustle spots of Samui, so that is obviously nice as well. We'll get to the price in a minute, but I do want to mention the cons. The cons are, firstly, it is a boutique hotel, and that means it's rough around the edges when compared to your luxury brands. Doesn't really have some of the more refined touches, whether that be a comprehensive breakfast offering or things like water, unlimited water, or just, it just lacks a certain level of refinement that comes with the boutique hotel territory. Secondly, the beds just don't do it for me. It's a really firm mattress. I don't particularly enjoy it to sleep on. It's just a minor nitpick, but I think it is worth noting. My final word on House Villas and Spa is this: it offers an exceptional amount of value for the money you spend. I booked this room for a little over $50 and I feel like I got a great deal. I'm getting a lot more than what I'm paying for, and that's really what it all comes down to with a boutique hotel.
do you get that, I guess, proverbial return on investment with your stay? And for me, at Fair House Villas and Spa, I think that is undoubtedly a yes. It is the rooms are great, the pool is great, you got the beach right there. For all of the lack of refinement, or for some of the more nuanced touches you would get at a higher priced luxury brand, you can sacrifice those because you're getting a great deal. You're paying a half, or in some cases, even a third of some of those luxury brands at much higher price points. So to me, when I think about my stay altogether and I think about what this property provides, it is an absolutely place that you should consider if you don't want to just spend a ton of money, if you don't want to end up, pissing away, for lack of a better term, your budget all on hotels, then I think Fair House Villas and Spas is worth considering. Now, of course, you do need to balance, like, can you live without that endless selection of breakfast goods? Can you live with maybe a location that's just a bit off the beaten path? Those are just what you need to put on your pros and cons list when deciding. But honestly, for a little over $50, this cannot be beat in my experiences with Samui. So if you would like to know more about Fair House Villas and Spas, you can check the link in the description of this video. Until next time, I am Cheyenne Hollis. This is Interesting Asia Stays. I don't know where we're going next time, but make sure you keep an eye on that. And as always, keep it interesting.